Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. It's your girl, Kimberly Reese Mensa. What's going on, y'all? Happy Friday. Greetings from Ghana, West Africa. You guys know I'm sitting in front of my garden. You've been here before. You follow me. You know what I do. Hope everybody is well. It is a very cool, calm, after the rain day. So evening. It's here. It's almost 5. It's 4:38 here. There it is. What, like 11:30, something like that. So yeah. This is gonna be kind of a chilled, kind of, alive. Nothing too formal. I'm looking around because there's a lot going on around me. Yeah, so there's somebody at our gate, so my husband's taking care of that. And he's actually going to join us later, so I hope everybody is well. I just wanted to touch base with everyone. Just, again, say hello. It's been a minute. And I always try to go live here while I'm here so you guys kind of know what's going on, what we're doing. You all know that I'm here, of course, to be with my husband, but primarily also to work here with our nonprofit organization. So that's one of the reasons that we are coming on today. I just wanted to say there's a lot going on in the States right now. Those of you who are without your food stamps this month, Reese Mensa Foundation has partnered with other food banks, other organizations that we can refer you to. We can find resources. If you are still in need of food and resources, like toiletries, things like that. That's stuff you get when you go to the store, right? Go to our website, www.reesemensafoundation.org. And there's a list of places there, but also you can also leave us a message and say, hey, I know a family that has a need. As you all know, we serve families, specifically families that have children on the autism spectrum, and who are families have adults and children on the spectrum, and who just need a little extra help. You all know I am the mother of 5 children, and 4 of them are on the autism spectrum. And through the years, it's been a struggle. It's been a struggle through the years, and it's very hard sometimes to find resources for therapies, things like that. And that's what we're doing primarily. Primarily what we do here. And then here in Ghana, you all know we have 3 programs here in Ghana. We have the Rose Fund. Well, actually 4 now. 4. So we have the Rose Fund, where we just identify women who work really hard. The women here in Ghana work so hard. They go out to work. A lot of them work the streets. They are vendors. They're selling their goods and have to come home and cook and take care of their kids. So it's a lot of work. When you see those videos of the women carrying stuff on their heads, these women are working. It's real life for them. And then we have Urban Families with Autism, as you all know. Again, we identify families that have children on the autism spectrum. Specifically here in the States, we're blessed. We have a lot more resources, a lot more available to us. Here it's different because the government does not pay for disabilities. They don't pay for mental health, wellness. They don't pay for therapies for those children on the spectrum and adults on the spectrum. They don't pay for aftercare when a child has aged out of a school program. It's just not done here. Everything is done by the private sector. So there's that. And then also we have the other program that we just brought in. I want to make sure I bring that up. Hey, Sister Aura, how are you? I want to make sure that I bring that up. You all know, and I've not formally talked about it in person because it's so just dear to my heart. But one of my very, very dear friends and little sister lost her life and early this year, and we have the Jessica Lambon project. So Jessica, it was an advocate for women and their health. Jessica and her husband lost their baby. I was there. I was her doula. I was there through the process with her. And after that whole process, she wanted to make sure that women had access to health care and aftercare, post and prenatal care. And here we've had several young women in our families who have unfortunately lost their babies. Oh, thank you. This is my garden here on our compound here. Yes, this, I wish I could show you pictures. When we first started growing, it's so tall. I can't tell you how tall it is. When we first started growing it, it was a plant, it started this small. It was a plant about this small. And it takes up a whole wall. Like, I'm just in the middle of it. Yeah, so I love it. It brings me so much joy. And it's grown so much. But, so yes, we've had some families that we serve here whose young girls have gotten pregnant and they've lost their babies, or they've gotten pregnant and they got no prenatal care, postnatal care, and babies aren't gaining weight properly because they're breastfeeding and they're not getting the right nutrients. So our goal for that program, and we're still working on like all logistics, but the initial goal is to have a home that will house at least 4 to 6 girls at a time that are pregnant. We'll bring in a educator to come in and teach them so they don't get too far behind on school, and we'll help them for a year, while they're pregnant, then after they're pregnant, and then they move on and we help another family or another girl. So that's the plan for that. And then of course we have our education piece, which is of course also a part of what we do. So, but yeah, so I'm so happy that I get to be here to do that. And my husband will be joining me here in a second. We're going to talk about what we're doing here. So that's a great segue to, hi Dad, my dad is watching. Doing, and it may happen from time to time because of the network. So it's hard here. So this weekend we have a school that we sponsored in the village of Winneba. So let me give you like the diagram or background or the demographics of how. I don't want to have to start over. Okay, here we go. Put it where? Put the Wi-Fi there? Okay. Well, I mean, you can't just sit it. Yeah. Okay, great. Sorry, guys, we're back again. Okay, so I was telling you about the demographic of how the setup here is. So the village from where we live in, this is considered Greater Accra, if you will. Although it is the suburbs, the city is like East Legon, cantonments, Airport City. Those areas are kind of like the city. Then out here, where we are is where prom it's basically we're in the suburbs, right? So it gets really busy and loud closer you get to the city. So from here to Winneba is about 2 hours, and that's where the village is. So we travel there. It takes us about 2 hours to get there. And it's a village. It's nothing like this area. It's a village. It is a place where you know, there's very little electricity. There's very little like the modern conveniences that you would have in like our area and in the major city of Accra. So again, there are challenges there. Now, let me just say this. It was hard for me to kind of ask what I'm about to ask you guys because we understand what's going on in the States right now. And some people don't have food stamps. It's a hard time. There are a lot of people who don't have that. Again, go to our website, www.reesemensafoundation.org. If you are in need of food, we will make sure you get food. Okay. So just remember that. And you can also call us. So, however, those of you who can, this coming Sunday, we're headed to Winneba and we'll be there for a couple of days, and we're going to our school. So if you remember, I did a school drive. I had a yard sale. I was trying to raise money for that. And then we've got a school. It's a district kind of, but it's a small school district because they're all on one campus, they're on one compound, and it's K through 12. And so, we have so much to give as far as like the resources or supplies. And so what we want to do is we want to buy items to go into the little bags that we got. We got those bags donated, some things we bought, and we want to put those in the bags for the kids. So there'll be school supplies like pencils, and now there's supplies that I got donated before leaving that haven't been shipped yet. These are school books, these are flashcards, they're program type books, they're books that, you know, the kids can practice books. Those will be shipped, okay? And then while we're here, we have these little bags. I meant to bring the bags. Hey, babe, can you bring one of the bags out with you? I'll show you the little bag. And so in the bag, it's like a little lunch sack type thing. It's really cute. And then we're going to just fill it up with things that they can use. And then we also like to buy PPE, you know, cleaning stuff, paper towels, toilet paper, things like that, and to have that stuff with us as well. So the goal is to purchase those items tomorrow and then move it on up. Now, I want to share something else which is really happening tomorrow, which I'm really excited about. That's more a personal thing. So if you can, please go to our website, click the giving link, and then there is a Cash App QR code. Please consider giving to that. If I were to say what would go, $5 American dollars is roughly 600 Ghanaian CD. How much well, my husband's coming, and I can have him share with you all what, so these are the bags. You want to see? Yeah. So these are the bags. Push this back so you can. Okay, there he is. Say hi to everybody.
Hi.
So these are the little bags, and thank you to Matthew 25 Ministries for your donation. They are an amazing partner with us. Again, a lot of stuff that we got, we weren't able to ship right away. Shipping is a little expensive. It's pretty expensive for that amount of stuff. So, hey Lorraine, how you doing? So these are the little bags. Aren't these the cutest thing? It's different things on there. One, this is like is this an owl? It's an owl, right? A blue owl. Then we had one that has a penguin on it. We have one that has like a little snow like bunny or something on it. I can't remember what it is. So anywho, so yeah, here's the bags. And in these are, there's quite a bit of room there. We're gonna put school supplies in there. What else do we want to put in there? So if I'm thinking if we were to sponsor $5 per bag, and what we could get, that's roughly 600 CD. So what could we get to put in these bags for like 600 CD?
60 cities.
660. I'm sorry, $60 to 600. No, and Lorraine is actually South African, so she's saying hi.
Oh, hi.
She's in the States.
Oh, okay.
She's one of our big supporters. She's she's bought lots of stuff from us. So yeah, she's amazing. And she also was there when, if you probably remember her, when we had the fire at my house. Yeah. And she came. That's what I remember. And she came and brought. She was amazing, just amazing lady. Her and her husband, her family. She has a great family. Yeah. So 60 CD. Yeah. So what could we get for 60 CD to put in? So that's $5 that can go in this bag.
I think a book, maybe a book, some pencils, erasers, and then
erasers, and then, pencils. Book for what kind of book? Like just a writing book or something?
Yeah,
okay.
Book. Yeah,
okay.
Maybe one or two.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we also want to get each child, we want to get water. We're going to get water satchels. Can you, baby? You're not in the shot. There we go. Yeah. There we go. We want to get the water, the bags of water. So they're little satchels of water, sachets. We call them sachets. Yeah. And then when we buy the big, how many come in a
I think
bag?
It's 25 or 30, depending.
25 or 30. Okay. Yeah. And this like little, they just pop them in their mouth and suck the water. And we also want to get maybe some rice. We talk about rice, because the kids eat there at school. Not all the kids get food sent from home. They eat at school, and a lot of times that's their only meal of the day. right? So
Some even eat when they're in the house, and when they come
maybe
back
gotta
as well.
scoot over. You're out of the shot.
I said some of them eat in the house, and when they come to the school, that is when they don't have any food anymore.
Yeah.
So I think we should try.
So
to
they,
get
in
them
other words,
meat.
they don't have food sent to the school.
Yeah, they don't have.
Right. So they have food at home, but so we buy so the big bags of rice. How much are those? Because depending on where we are, it depends on how much it costs. So the real big ones.
No, I was even thinking that we're gonna buy them like little rice and then put them in.
Put that in here.
Yeah, and then add
And
the
so-
water in there.
And water. Okay, so put rice, a little bag of rice,
Yeah.
some water, some pencils,
Yeah.
erasers, and a book.
Yeah. So,
Okay, so yeah, see, this is why I'm married to him, because so okay, and so then that would come out to, could we get like $5 per bag and get all that in there? The water is gonna be cheap. We know the water's cheap.
It's just the food and then
The rice.
Yeah, the rice and then.
Yeah.
So-
The bags of rice, which they'll be like tied up. We know that, and they'll be scooped in and tied up. So how much do those bags of rice cost? The small bags.
It depends on what we want and then how much we want.
Well,
So,
baby, I'm just talking about per bag.
roughly like 5-10 cities.
5 or 10 cities.
Yeah.
Okay, which comes out to $2.50.
Yeah.
Like $5, 5 CD is roughly almost $3 for that little bag of rice.
The cooked one.
Not the cooked one.
No, that is more than that. I'm talking about the cooked one. That is
Oh, we're
already
talking
pre-
about cooked rice.
Yeah, cooked rice. That is already prepared. But for the
Oh, so
day,
we want to do just for the day.
Yeah, just for the
So we're
day.
gonna bring that.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
buying
okay.
those little rices.
Hey,
it's
Rhea.
10%.
Rhea said hi.
Hi.
Hey,
Yeah.
Neil. Okay, so we need to, so basically, guys, what we're asking, we want to, so right now we're going to focus on one grade because we can't do the whole school this time.
Yeah.
In the past, we brought enough PPE, school, like supply stuff for the whole school, but this is just for, we figured what grade do we do this for? Kindergarten or?
Kindergarten, yeah, kindergarten.
Or do they have preschool? It's just kindergarten, correct? Okay, so the kindergarten. So roughly, I feel like when I was there, as far as the kindergarten, that was there roughly like 25 students, maybe 30 students
Yeah, roughly
per
35,
class.
Yeah, roughly 30.
Roughly 30 to 35.
Yeah.
Okay, so do the math. So we would appreciate anything you guys could help us with. We have to transport that stuff around as well, so we have to pay for that. Right now, Ghana's transportation is not cheap. I don't know what it is. I think it's just the economy, in general. And again, I know that, there are needs, in certain situations. But I always say, instead of buying your coffee, if I go to Starbucks or I go to a Dunkin' and get a large mocha, my favorite. You guys, if you follow me enough, you know my mocha decaf, my mocha latte. That's $5.39. $5.39. So I'm asking that instead of, buying your coffee, that you donate it to the nonprofit. That would be amazing. So there, it's what? It's almost noon there, and you're probably about to go to lunch. Sacrifice a little, like one of your drinks. If you go buy lunch, your drink's gonna cost $4 or $5. Please give that to us. Please donate it to the nonprofit. I know, sis, isn't it? You should see the whole thing. It's amazing. It started out a little plant just like that, and look at it. So, baby, what year did we plant this? 2022?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that was that the year that I had my naming ceremony?
No.
Oh, it was before. It was
It was before that. We did that before that.
okay. Then it was
It was somewhere 2023.
my naming ceremony was 2023.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 2022. Yeah, yeah. So she's been I call her she, and we're gonna. She's so big that we could replant her in certain spots around the compound. So we're gonna. My husband and I said I would go do that before I leave. We're gonna plant some other stuff. Babe, do you wanna can you talk about let's talk about so this, guys, don't forget, this is our project for this weekend. We're going to Winneba on Sunday. We're going to bring these on Monday, during school. We're going to bring the little, and then they can reuse these. These are actually, let me show you the inside. These are actually, they're insulated. So they're little lunch bags, really. So yeah, so cute. And we have roughly, we don't have 30 of these.
No, we don't have. We have, I think, like.
We got 22.
22.
Yeah. Oh. I don't know. Unless we'll figure it out. I'll figure something out. But anywho. So do you want to share kind of what's going on with the land? You know, that's your area. So kind of give everybody an update on what we're doing with that and what's happening with that.
Yeah, we're still thinking of having a fence around it. I think that's the best we can do for now, just to protect the land and then have it secured. It's already secured, but having a fence around it makes it more secured.
A wall
around it. Yeah.
A wall, yeah. Yeah, a wall. Okay. So we did the math, and now that the dollar right now, the Ghanaian cedi dollar to the dollar, the Ghanaian cedi right now is 10.95 to the dollar. So it just went up a little bit, but it went way down. Like it was at like 17 at one point, but it went way down. So roughly though, even without that, how much to put? We talked about the rocks, the sand. We still have the brick campaign. If you want to donate, buy a brick, we'll put your name on the brick and it'll go up in our wall. Well, we got about 4 people who've done that, and it's each brick was $10 for that, to get your name on it, $10 for a brick, and $5.
Yeah, $5 and $10.
Yeah, can't remember what it's on the website. So what do you think, as far as cost total, do you think it would be?
I forgot. We wrote them down, but I think I forgot. But I'll let you know so that you put it up.
I'll post it later. Okay. So we're looking. I will say this. If I recall, it's probably going to cost like roughly $5,000 for us to get that part started. I think it's because we have 2 plots, which is bigger than the normal regular plot. And yeah, baby, sitting out here, and I'm looking at the size of this compound. I get it, because initially it looks smaller than, because the buildings that are on the compound, the 3 buildings on the compound. But I see now when you say the size of the plot. So our plot is bigger than this one. One plot is bigger than this one. Yeah. So 2 plots. Yeah. We have 2.
Yeah, I think this is 2.
This is 2. But it's bigger than ours. Is bigger than these 2. Yeah, out there. Okay.
Way bigger than this.
Way bigger. Yeah. So, which is still a lot. So we also have we have to maintain maintain the grounds, which we hire people to come and cut down the weeds and to prevent snakes from coming, because there's other farmers around our land. There's other farmers that land. So we really, 2026, I want to break ground. We've been working on this. We purchased the land in 2023. 2024?
3.
Yeah. Okay.
Ending of, I think.
Ending of 2023. Yeah. Okay. And it's time to break ground. It's time to break ground. So we just really need your help. We are working on getting endowments from businesses and organizations so they can write that off in their taxes. But we have been fully funded by the private sector, by you guys. So, thank you, Rhea. Thank you so much. Girl, I love you. I love you. Thank you so much. Rhea just sent something to our Cash App. So follow her lead, guys. Please, please. And of course, we'll show plenty of video. We'll show you the kids. But please go to our website. If you want to send it if you don't have Cash App and you prefer to send it via Zelle or Venmo, I have everything. I have Venmo, I have Zelle, I have PayPal, I have Cash App. I have it all. And then the nonprofit has Cash App. We did have Zelle, but I moved the vendor information to another bank. So now we're going to redo that. So we have the vendor information. I had Square for the nonprofit. And so we're redoing that. But for now, yeah, thank you all. Oh, so this is from Elisha, our godson. Oh, goodness gracious. So this will be in his honor. So we got one bag done. So that's amazing. Thank you, Sissy. I feel really good about that. Thank you so much for that. And we miss him so much. I miss him. Gosh. Miss y'all. We miss y'all. We were talking. I showed my husband the post about him trying to wear the sandals with the socks. So, but yeah. So, but anyway, thank you, honey, for joining me. I know you don't like to do this, so I'm gonna let you release you, so you can go do what you got to do. So I know you don't like to do this. So, y'all, I got him on camera for a minute. Very, very rare. We still got to do our Q&A though, so you ain't gotten away with it. We got to do our Q&A for another video. So we can do it today after this. Baby, we're going to do it after this. We got to do that. That goes on the YouTube channel. So thank you so much, Rhea. Thank you so much again, guys. Please follow her lead. $5 to $7 will fill this bag up. Okay. And we have roughly 30 children that we want to bless on Monday, this coming Monday. So I'll make sure I put the link. Again, if you don't know, it's www.reesemensafoundation.org. Click giving, and so that's that. So we'll come back to that later. Yeah. So how y'all doing? Everybody okay? I know this is a very, very interesting time that we're living in. You know, the flights are being canceled, and you know, I was concerned. I said, well, I'm gonna get home, but I think that by the time I leave, they'll have it all figured out. And Delta's on it. I got a text from Delta, a message from Delta, that all of the flights from the 7th through the 8th have been rerouted, they've been redone, and they're good to go. Look at God. Look at God. So I'm happy about that. Yes, we miss you too, girl. But yeah, you know, I know a lot of people are, you know, it's a lot of uncertainty going on, and a lot is happening. And I really feel like, we just have to stay prayerful and just seek God on everything and just have peace. Just ask God for peace that surpasses all understanding. We don't understand what's going on right now. There's a lot going on, but God gives us peace that surpasses all understanding. Is in his word, right? So, but yeah, I'm here on our beautiful compound, and I'm looking around, and you know, I'm just feeling so blessed and feeling, you know, like God is amazing. And this is why I'm so passionate about the work that we do. I'm getting bit by mosquitoes. So I'm gonna cut this real short. Because I'm in front of my garden, I call myself pulling myself up, not too close, but yeah, it's a whole lot going on back here. And we have mango trees, we have orange trees, we have plantain back here, we have mango over here, we have coconut over here, we have more mango over there, no, plantain, another plantain. And then in the very back we have, we're growing tomatoes, onions, peppers, that sort of thing. I brought some seed from the States a couple of years ago and planted them. And as a matter of fact, my brother-in-law, the youngest one, he actually came and put some tomatoes in my garden before it was really big. And it started sprouting tomatoes. And I was like, okay. So now you probably can't see them anymore because it's just overpowered it. So it's just so much. But yeah, so it's just a blessing to be here. So a lot of people ask me, who say they want to come to Ghana. They've never been, they want to come. I get inboxed all the time. And I thought I would take this time to kind of give you guys an update on how things are going now. If you want to visit soon, every December, which to me is, if you want to come into Ghana in December is a time for partying, right? It's called Daddy December, Okay, so that is what happens in December. However, if you want to come and engulf and learn about the culture, visit certain areas, I got you. Okay, so just so you let you know, we are planning another trip. Which I've been coming here. This is my 10th trip here, 10th, and I'm here for months at a time. So I feel like this is my second home, which it is. But we are planning another trip in April of 2026. We come every April 2026, and we typically come every September or October we come every April of the year and every September or October of the year. So we're here twice a year during those times. So we are planning a trip on April of 2026. If you would like to come, it'll be during the span of April the 19th on, but it'll be a week for those who are coming just to visit. It'll be a week. Now I'm gonna tell you something. Don't come to Ghana or come to Africa for 3 days. No, take your vacation time. You need a week. I need a week to show you everything. I need a week to show you, introduce the food to you, to introduce the people to you, the culture, to show you the history here of how the history has a direct correlation with African Americans and the Dutch, the French, in the States. So I need time for you to be here for that. You can't rush and leave. So that is April. I will be posting that information. And let me give you an idea of how much it's going to cost you, right? Pretty much the average cost, and it's never really fluctuated too much, but the average cost if you are flying main, regular main, meaning, the back of the plane, the cost is going to run you between $1,200 and $1,300. No matter what time of year you come, typically it's that much. Now, if you come later in December and you wait to the last minute to book your flight, it's going to be more. That's just how it is. Now, that is on Delta. There are people who fly United here. Excuse me. There are people who fly United here. United will fly from Dulles. Rarely do they fly to JFK. Delta flies out of JFK. United flies here. Delta, Emirates flies here. Air France flies here. And a lot of these are going to come out of either JFK or Dulles. Those are the main two hubs that come straight, have a straight connect to Ghana. Now, there is something I heard recently that there may be a direct flight coming out of Atlanta. I heard that. I need to verify that. But if you're from a Cincinnati area or wherever you're from, no matter where you're coming, I can help you map out your flight, how to get here, where you're going to stay. We'll take care of all of that, and that'll be included in your price. So your airfare is going to run you roughly $1,200. We'll be in an Airbnb, and that varies per year, per month. The closer we get to that date, you'll have that cost. But I'm going to say for the week, you're probably going to spend roughly, I'm going to say $300 maybe for the week, which is really good. And Ghanaian cedi, usually we go by Ghanaian cedi, so that's roughly 3,000 Ghanaian cedi. Yes, 3,000 Ghanaian cedi. Then there's your food. So you always want to, we go to different restaurants. But at the Airbnb, what I typically try to do is I try to have someone who can come and cook for us. So they'll cook the various local dishes. They can cook American dishes. But when you come, you're gonna try the dishes. There's places like KFC here. There's Pizza Hut. There's Burger King. We got places like that. There's a chicken place called Papaya that's like, reminds me of Popeyes. It's called Papaya. Same thing. You're going to have those places, right? And I think that there's a misconception that African countries don't have the resources or have the Western type conveniences. And I just did a video on that. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I'm sorry, or TikTok or YouTube, I put a video up. I actually put a video up here, I think, about my experience and just kind of sharing people the places I like to shop when I come. It's very doable. There's some American brands you cannot find, but there's an American store here. And all they sell is American brands. So you might find what you're looking for, like Tide and you know, I don't know, Taco Bell tacos and, you know, shells and, you know, things like that. And like as far as Cincinnati stuff, just the chili, scallion chili, all that, you got to bring that with you. Now, you can pack some food. And we'll talk about that too. Those of that will want to come, we'll talk about that. So you got your food costs, you got your lodging and your airfare, right? And then you have your experiences. So all of that will be gapped into one cost for you. And again, it depends on what we're doing, the time of year, because the price fluctuates. But I'm going to give you an estimate that you want to save at least, you're going to spend probably at least $3,000, right? For the full experience. And that's transportation. Everywhere we go, we have a driver. We hire a driver with a 15 passenger, actually it's 25 passenger bus. You look back, if you look back I can show you guys some video of groups that we've hosted before. They had amazing time. And it's Ghana, so it's Africa. So you're gonna deal with some people who are gonna be a little pushy and that they want you to buy their stuff. Especially if we go to different places. So, like, you know, to shop and that sort of thing. They want to buy your stuff. They want to buy the stuff. Also, again, the experience excursions that we go on, we may not stay like in one place. Overnight, we may have our base Airbnb, but we may stay in another location depending on where we're doing that day. Sometimes you can take the whole day, go to one place and come back. Sometimes you can do it and it's doable. But the Ghana traffic, the Ghana traffic is wild here. So we try to plan accordingly because of that. And we also would like for you to come and visit our nonprofit and the village where we are, what we're doing. And that'll be, there's a place called Cape Coast where there's lots of history. We will visit that place and then we'll go to the village because they're very close by. So if you want to participate, I'll have it up on the website. We'll talk about there'll be an opportunity for you to participate in a missions assignment. So basically, those who are coming with us that we host, it's to show you Ghana so you can experience the culture, but also to give back. So it's an opportunity for you to work with us and to work with our nonprofit. And to perfect example, we had, and we took care of her, but we had a group here. There was a woman who, her name is Mary. Mary has 7 children, and unfortunately she lost her oldest daughter. That's who you all helped us bury. And shout out, I wish this company, there is a company in Cincinnati. They are a funeral home, and they would not allow me to shout them out and tell, and they helped to bury her, and they sponsored her burial, and we had to take care of. Here, when you die, you have to pay the mortuary, or they'll keep your body. If they don't release the body, you got to pay the mortuary. Once you pay the mortuary, then the body's given to the family, and they do the custom of the ritual of the burial process that they do, depending on if they are, you know, a Muslim or if they're, you know, Christian. And but this woman, we had a group to come in. We purchased cement. We paid for carpenters and masons to come and fix her shack. So she lived in a shack, and she still does, on the side of the road. It's something that here, we call it squatting in America, but here, if there's a piece of empty land and nobody's using it, people will sit and they will build on it. They will put their house there. They will just, you know, stay there. And if it's not protected, like my husband was saying, for our area, we need to put up a wall, kind of like what you see. Well, you can't really see the wall because my pretty garden is covering it. But if you don't have a wall up around your property, people will just come and sit and they'll build, although it doesn't belong to them. However, she's basically homeless, so that is where her and her husband built their area. Her husband died, so now she's a widow. So we kind of came in, we took her under our wing, we sponsored her and her family, and we had a carpenter and we had a mason come and fix her home. So, because what was happening was whenever it would rain, the water would come into the shack and they would have to leave and go sleep someplace else, her and the kids. And that's been fixed now, so they don't have to do that anymore. They still have no running water, they have no electricity. She sells fruit outside their home, and she's maintaining, she's making it. That's how she's living. So that is an example of one of the people that we've helped here, that the Reese Smithson Foundation has helped. So that will be a part of your visit. So we are missionaries. We believe in missions work. We believe in working and giving back. And God has blessed us richly. He has blessed us richly, and we give back to those who need it more. And that's our mission. Our mission is to not just serve those people, but also to pray with them and to be a spiritual support for them as well. So that is pretty much our mission statement, the base of our organization. So if you want to come, I'll make sure I have all that information for you. We'll put a package together. You will not be disappointed. You will not be disappointed. Hopefully everything will be by 2026, as far as the airlines concerned, everything is back to normal. So yeah, so people walking past the gate and I can hear them. Hello. I think he's calling my husband. My husband went inside. So yeah, that's it. So, but Reese's Pieces, guys, thank you for watching. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. I didn't want to touch on current events today. It's just too much to talk about. It's too much to talk about, but I will say this: my heart goes out to, and my prayers to the families who lost their loved ones during the UPS crash, plane crash in Louisville. That is just devastating. And when I read about it, apparently there was a fault with the plane that had some issues prior, and I guess it should have never been in the air. And it's sad. It's very sad. And that's a hard thing. And so we're praying for them and their families. Yeah, it's just a whole lot, praying for those again who are without food stamps for this month. And but I just shout out to the food banks. Shout out to all the partners that we work with. We partner with Matthew 25, the Free Store Food Bank, Sycamore Bridges, Operation Give Back, Caring Place, Needs. It's just so many places that are they're available, that are opening doors. And I know there was a bit of a controversy with Crossroads. I had even told some people, don't post that, repost that, because Crossroads is known for having a benevolence, but Crossroads helps their people first. That's what they do. They help their people first, and then they go out. And they had exhausted their funds. And I just wish they had not put it out there like that. I think it would have been nice had they just announced it to their flock. And then if their flock had someone that they knew that they could refer, then that way they wouldn't have, so now it's on the news and everything. And so that's kind of sad. And then, there are people who want to take advantage of that, who don't need it. And for those who do need it. So it's kind of hard. So with that being said, praying for, everyone. We are resourceful in America. No one should go hungry, regardless whether they're receiving food stamps or not. No one should go hungry. We have enough resources and food banks that are available. Hey, Auntie. Hey, Marlene. My husband just asked Marlene is watching, babe. Yeah. My husband said hi. So I'm sorry. You good? You good? Okay. Sorry, y'all. My husband's fine. My husband's fine, so I'm a very blessed woman. He changed clothes. He had on something that I really liked. He had on. So, but anyway, so we're so resourceful in the States that nobody should go hungry. You got family, you got friends, somebody, come on. Like, nobody should go hungry at all. So in that regard, I just want to thank you guys, though, for what you are doing for. Just imagine that we have resources there in the States to help with this non-food stamp situation. However, here you can imagine it's a struggle. And that's why my heart goes out to the people that we are serving here. There are days where I asked one of the sisters who has a baby how she, we said, where did he have you eaten? And she'll say, oh, Mama, I had tea. So she's had tea for the entire day. And tea means Milo. If you know anything about Ghana, about Africa, there's a drink called Milo. And it's actually manufactured by Carnation and Nestle. Nestle Carnation in the States. And it has a lot of nutrients in it. And that's all that they eat. She drinks that. And that's what she's had for the entire day. I can't imagine not eating. So you can imagine here, they're not eating here. They don't eat. If they don't have, they don't eat. I'll say, well, sweetheart, why didn't you eat? I don't have, Mom, I don't have. And you've got your baby. She's got babies, So we can't help everybody. But that's why we focus. There are other organizations here on the ground like we are who have their own little section. They're doing it. We're working on our section. Our section is the city of Tema and the village of Winneba, and that's who we're serving. So if you can donate, please go to our website, ReeseSpencerFoundation.org, hit giving, and we have the QR code there for the Cash App. If you want to give via Zelle, reach out to me. I'll give you that information. If you want to give via Venmo, reach out to me. I'll give you that information. If you want to give through PayPal, reach out to me. I'll give you that information. So, all right, Reese's Pieces, thank you so much for watching today. And I know it's been a long time. Y'all want to see my baby tummy puppers? Is she tired? Can you guys wait? I'm going to let you see my puppers. That's my baby. That's a puppers. Yes, that's my puppy. We got him 2 years ago. And he knows my voice, and so when I'm not here, I'm always talking to him on the phone, on video, and he knows his mama's voice. Yes, I got him since he was a baby. Yes, we do, and Mommy just take good care of that boo boo. Yes, I do. He's something else. He's a fighter. He got jumped by he got out of our gate. He got jumped by, oh goodness, I tell you. Oh, I know. That's my boo-boo. Oh goodness, you can't, I don't want no sugar. I don't want no sugar. But he got out the gate and he got jumped. And unfortunately, but he's okay. He got taken care of and he's okay. He got scratched. Yeah, I know. So, all right, guys, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to end the video here. Thank you so much for watching. Again, we're going to fill these bags up. $5 to $7 will fill up a bag for these kids. And we're going on Monday to them. We'll be leaving here Sunday because we have it's a bit of a ride. And then we'll be staying overnight, and then we'll be visiting the school on Monday. So, all right, have the most amazing rest of your day. Have the most amazing rest of your weekend. And I will see you next time. Bye.